Hey everyone, this is Bob Cargill. I am coming to you from Natick. Sitting on a bench with my wife Barbara to my right, and it is Saturday, October 8, 2016, sometime around 4 o'clock or so, 4:30. It's a little overcast, but nice weather, generally speaking. Nice temperatures, fairly warm. I think unseasonably warm for this time of year. I am going to talk about social media, and I'm going to bring my wife Barbara into the conversation to make a point. So the point is that I'm going to talk about is there are a lot of businesses and brands and business people in 2016, surprisingly, still reluctant to use social media, still afraid to jump on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc., and put themselves out there, show who they are as people, yet not realizing, or maybe they do realize, how much they are missing. So, in other words, they're afraid and they're being protective and they think they might not be interesting enough. Therefore, they're missing the boat, if you ask me. And I think statistics have proven that social media is mainstream now. I don't think that's a question. It's, as I've said before, it's really not even social media anymore. It is business as usual, at least it should be. So let's get into just a few quick questions with my wife Barbara, who I think is going to help me illustrate my point. I wrote an article, it was about 7 years ago, and it was called The Fears of Facebook and Other Social Media Channels. And it was inspired by Barbara, who took a year or two after me, before she jumped on to Facebook. I joined in 2006 or so, as soon as it opened up to the adult world, meaning it was started out, most of you, just for college kids, exactly. And I jumped on, didn't hesitate. Barbara took a year or two. And I want to ask my wife, I know the reasons, but I want you to tell everybody, what took you so long to join Facebook?
I didn't think I was interested enough. I felt I was just a regular person and have anything spectacular to say that my daily life was just my daily life.
And once you did join Facebook, I mean, trust me folks, she is using it every day, has a lot of friends, not as many as I do. We always joke about that, but I have a lot of business friends, if you will, and I do a lot of networking. Barbara's friends are very near and dear to her. How much has it done for you? How big a part in your life is Facebook?
It's huge. It's opened up old friendships that, stopped after high school and college, and everyone went on their separate ways, and Facebook brought us all back. And we're all adults now, and everyone has families, and we're all over the country, and it's just a great way to chit-chat with people every day.
And at the beginning you thought, number one, what you were going to say would not be interesting enough. You also felt how challenging it might be.
It was very easy. It was easier than I thought. I got hooked immediately, and my friends who were on it in the beginning said, I knew you'd love it, and now it's just a part of my daily life.
And if I told you, and I do tell you all the time when I come home from work, but for the camera, if I told you that there are people who work at companies, many companies as brands, they have these same fears in 2016. They're not on Twitter or doing YouTube videos, or like I use Periscope and Facebook Live. If I were to tell you they're still not doing this, would that surprise you? What would you say to them?
No, I think most companies are very private and old school, and they don't realize that if they use all the different types of social media, their business will boom.
Exactly. So Barbara, my wife, has helped me today, I hope, make the point that she, in her personal life, is an example of what could be anybody And it is, in many cases, the businesses and brands and business people today that are not using social media still, are not using it regularly. And to me, they're missing out. They are not part of the conversation. There was a book written back in 1999, 2000 time period called the Clue Train Manifesto, and that predicted what we have gone through in the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and that is markets are conversations, and the conversations are taking place, whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, and businesses need to be part of that conversation, if not leading that conversation. So don't be afraid, like Barbara once was, to use Facebook. Overcome your fears, businesses and brands and business people, because I am talking to a business audience. Overcome your fears of Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Put yourself out there. Put a face on your brand. Show your personality, because people do business with people, okay? And nowadays, privacy is a thing of the past. Nowadays, people want to know about you. They care about pretty much everything you're doing, and they want to see the people behind the business. And social media empowers you, enables you to, is the vehicle that you can use to get the word out there and to propagate your messages and use your audience to spread your messages even further. I think I made my point. This is Bob Cargill and Barbara, my wife, Barbara Cargill, coming to you from Natick Common on Saturday, October 8, 2016. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.